Hey, Liam Ward here at LearnTheHarmonica.com. Today we're looking at Chicken Shack by Little Walter on a C harmonica. Don't go anywhere. If you enjoyed today's lesson, make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to get free harmonica lessons every single week. So today we're looking at a Little Walter track which was not very familiar to me until recently someone asked me to tab it out. I went and had a listen and I thought, you know what, that's a quirky tune. There's some great recordings of it as well. There's a really good Jim Liban version, there's other people have played it, and I thought actually this is something I really like, so I'm going to give it to you today and I hope you enjoy it as much as I have. The original recording is a little bit pitchy and a little bit rough around the edges, but the actual song itself is a really good one. So let's get on with it. So in today's YouTube lesson, we're going to look at the first 12 bars. It's a standard 12-bar blues format, and we'll look at the first verse. If you'd like to learn the full song, I have a premium lesson available. You can find the link beneath this video to find out more about that. And if you're enjoying my premium lessons, I have a members zone where for $19.99 a month, you can get access to all of my premium lessons. And that's a growing collection because I'm putting up a new one every week. To get us started, I'm going to put the track on. We're going to have a listen to the first verse. Okay, so that's our first 12 bars. It comes straight in with the harp, so if I play that again. Okay, so we're straight in and we've got like that. So line A, I've tabbed it out as starting with a 3 blow and then 3/4 draw together, so double stop, playing both notes at once with a little bit of a bend on it, and then 4 blow, and then a 4 draw that comes up and then goes to a 5 draw. So up to that point, and then 4 blow again, that 3/4 draw dirty, kind of slightly bent, and then a 2 draw. So you could do that first note as a 2 draw instead of a 3 blow if you'd really like to. I think it's such a quick note, but it's not like you need the 2 draw to get vibrato or anything like that, and it means you're balancing your air a bit, blow draw kind of thing. Another option might be when you get to the 5 draw, turning it into a 2 and 5 draw, kind of that dirty interval, you know, like that. And I think he's maybe doing that sometimes. I don't know if he does it every time, but it is really nice. I've not put it in the tab, but by all means do that if you'd prefer. So that would be kind of, and it does sort of add a certain something. The other instruments behind are also playing along and kind of almost joining that melody, so it's hard to hear it every time if he's doing that, but it's a nice little thing to do. And this is going to become a theme later on in the song. He's going to return to this kind of lick, so it's a really important one to get your head around. So line A. I'm finishing on the 2 draw. Again, you could finish on the 3 blow if you wanted to, but there's a bit of room for kind of putting some vibrato on at this point, so maybe you might at this point prefer the 2 draw. Okay, so let's have a listen to line B. It's sort of loosely it's the same melody, but the tabs kind of changing. It's one of those things of repetition with variation. So here we go. Okay, and if I slow that down, So I've got okay, so again we've got that 3/4 kind of little bit of a bend double stop, 4 blow, 4 draw up, 4 draw bend up to a 4 and then 5 draw. So that's without the 3 blow at the start, it's basically the same as line A. Should say, by the way, sometimes, and again, this is up to you really, if you want to lean one way more than another or sort of have a variation at different points, but sometimes it sounds almost like a warble, and this is one of the things I really like about Little Walter's playing. But I mean, he played a lot of warbles and he was great at them, but sometimes he didn't have one kind of warble, you know, he didn't just have that obvious trill. Sometimes it was a bit rougher, sometimes it was smoother, and there's times when you almost can't tell. It's almost like he's going for a warble but not getting it. But I think actually a lot of the time he's choosing to make it rougher rather than he's kind of going. You know, it's not quite there, but I think it's a stylistic choice. I mean, there were times when he wasn't at his best, but I think there's also times when he's kind of just. If you listen to great players, they've got different types of warbles, and I think that was part of it with him. I'm waffling, but you could do it instead of going. You could play a warble there, 4/5 draw. Anyway, so back to line B. And then a little bit of a chord. I've put in brackets because it's just a kind of just a little breath rather than a melodic thing. And then 4 blow again, 3/4 draw, a little bit of a bend, and then 2 draw full step bend twice. Okay, and then line C, let's have a listen. I like that with the kind of brass harmony behind him. Okay, so. So we've got 2 blow, 2 draw full step bend, 2 draw full step bend, and 2 blow. So kind of up those 3 notes and down again. Really, really nice. Nice the way the melody kind of moves like that when the chord changes. So that's playing on the 4 chord, so it kind of makes sense to change what you're playing to symbolise and signify that change of chord, and that's what he's doing, and it's really effective. Okay, so line D. Okay, so basically back to line A. So if you look at line A, it's basically the same without the, I'm just looking at my tab to make sure, yeah, without the 3 blow. And it sounds to me a little bit less like a 5 draw. So let's have a listen again. I mean, if anything, it's like a 4 and a 5 together instead of. And I mean, you might disagree, maybe let me know in the comments, but I think that each time he plays this, there's something slightly different about it. So sometimes it's more a bit cleaner, sometimes it's 2/5, sometimes just a 4 and 5 together, almost like a double stop. Now I've just written it as a 4 draw this time, but it could easily be a double stop as well. Yeah, that's kind of an option for you as well. So let's just have a listen to line D again. Yeah, so maybe 4 and a 5 draw rather than just a clean 4, but then the same again, 3/4 draw with a little bit of a bend and down to the 2 draw. So this is what you'd call a head. this 12 bars, meaning that it's a set melody, and there's room for manoeuvring, there's room for variations, but it's kind of establishing a theme, and then he moves away from it, and then he returns to it later. So, a couple more lines in verse 1. Let's have a listen to line E. Oh, go back up to full speed. Okay, and then down to half speed. Okay. So let's get the first half of that. So I've got 1 draw, 2 draw full step bend, 3 draw full step bend, 4 draw, 4 blow, 3 draw full step bend. Really nice way to play over the 5 chord, kind of moving through the changes nicely. Then there's a little subtle 1 draw. If you leave it out, it's not the end of the world. It's just a little kind of link between this chord and the next one, because it's now onto the 4 chord. So 1 blow, 2 draw, 3, 4 draw, that little bit of a bend, 2 blow full step bend, 1 draw, 2 draw. So, yeah, really nice. And then just a little bit of a turnaround, line F, just to finish. Okay, slow that down. Okay, so this is a good example of that thing I was saying about the sort of grey area, the no man's land between a warble and then just a kind of a double stop or a single note. And here is kind of, I'm going to slow it down even more. So that first bit, I've written that as a warble, so it starts with a little bit of a bend on the 4 draw and then goes into a 4/5 draw warble. But then the next part, it sounds like is it a warble or is it just a kind of up and down, you know? So I've put 4 draw bend, 4 draw, 5 draw, 4 draw, 4 blow, 3 blow. So at that point, and then a little bit of a chord, just a kind of inhalation, you know, and then a 3 draw, a semitone bend, and then 2 draw full step bend 4 times just to finish that turnaround. Really, really nice way to start a song. So that's all we've got time for in today's YouTube lesson. If you'd like to learn this song in full, then check the link beneath the video to my premium lesson. And if you're enjoying my premium lessons, you can become a member of my website. My member zone offers access to all of my premium lessons and tabs for $19.99 a month. We've got a growing community and a growing selection of lessons because I put up a new premium lesson every single week. Before you go, make sure you subscribe to my channel and click that bell to get free harmonica lessons every single week. I hope you've enjoyed looking at this song with me today, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.